welcome back today for another video. This is going to be probably a two-part video. I had my buddy weld my exhaust for me, so I'm going to throw some of those clips in here. It wasn't long enough for me to do a complete video on it, so I'm going to make it a two-part video. But today I'm going to be removing my headliner up here, and I'll show you guys why. I'm going to be reupholstering the headliner with material that I have. I'll show you guys the material in the video. I'm sorry for like the little LED light spot thingy there. It's from my interior lights. It's dark out right now, so but I'm going to be removing the headliner. I'll walk you guys through how to take the headliner out, and I'll also show you guys how to reupholster and stuff. I have my buddy going to come help me do that. I've never done it, but he's done his, and his came out really good. It almost looks like it's factory. So I'm gonna get the headliner out, and then also another thing, I'm gonna probably, it's called hydro dip. I'm probably gonna hydro dip some of the plastics, you know, like the overhead console that the Grand Cherokee has, and the handles. So that should be pretty cool too. But yeah, so let me show you guys how to get this out and get that done. And hopefully it looks good. I mean, I hope it comes out good. This is a really big headliner, obviously, because it's a Jeep, so should be challenging. I want to do the visors also, so see what happens, see how much material I have left over, and then that'll tell me if I'm gonna do my visors and whatever else I want to do. So let me hop right into it and show you guys what's going on. What's going on, guys? Welcome back today for another video. Well, tonight actually. I want to say welcome to all the new subscribers on the channel. Really appreciate you guys, and please continue to watch. I got a lot of content coming up with the Jeep, some content coming up with like other things here and there, but definitely be pretty interesting. And I'm currently on my way to Pennsylvania. I'm going to my buddy's house. We're gonna probably redo my exhaust. I have a slight leak at the muffler, so I'm gonna weld that up, probably put a hanger. I have it like jerry rigged right now, as you'll see later in this video, because I don't have a welder at my house. But I'll get back to you guys when I get to where I'm going. Enjoy. Alright guys, so sorry about the heater noise. It's a little cold. Heater going over there. But so my exhaust was held on with all these. So I'm gonna leave this one so it's easy to remove it later. And then I'm gonna weld here. Right there. So I'll show you guys when that's all welded up. And probably gonna put an exhaust hanger somewhere down here too. Alright guys, so this is my headliner. I hate how Jeep used this like tan looking color, because I'm a mechanic. I touch this with my hands. Like, my visor's wrecked. My fucking headliner's wrecked. Like, it's not in bad shape, but it's got stains like everywhere. And back there it's a little screwed up, but it's not terrible. But it's just nasty looking, and I want to redo it. And then I also don't like how this is also tan. It looks like shit, so I'm gonna be probably gutting all of this out of it and hydro dipping it with, you know, a cool design of some sort. I also want to do the handles right here and back there. I'll probably do those little coat hangers too, just to make it all match. and there's like car seat things back there on the roof, so I'll probably do those also. But let me get this headliner out. So pretty much anything holding the headliner up you're gonna have to remove. So like your visor's gonna be, you know, a Torx bit over here, and then this piece over here is a Torx bit or a Phillips head. This is a Phillips head. Same thing with that visor. It's 2 screws, drop it down. The handles come off relatively easy. They're Torx bits up in there. So everything comes off, but you're gonna have to take anything off that's attached to this headliner. So like all your pillars, you know, this one here, that one there, and the one all the way in the back. You know, pretty much anything that's anything near the headliner's got to come off. So, and then another thing too that I have going on is like right here. I don't know if you can hear that like nasty like crunching noise. That actually makes noise whenever I drive. So I'm gonna figure out what's going on with that, because it's really annoying. But let me get the headliner completely out, and I'll show you guys how to strip it down and everything, and then probably have my buddy come by tomorrow, maybe the next day, and we'll reupholster it. So all right guys, so I'm pretty close to being able to remove this. So as you can see, those pillars are off, those pillars are off, visors are off, this console's off. You have 2 plugs for that, one for the lights, one for the computer part of it. This visor's off, that handle's off. We call that the oh shit handle. I don't know if you guys call it that, but that's what I call it. I still got to remove this other light up here. It's 2 Torx bits, and I have to remove the back stuff. So the light's got to come out, and both of those pillars, and there's a plastic piece that runs along the top. And the way we're going to take this out is through the hatch. So that should be fun too. Now, if you're like me, where you're going to want this to cure for a little while. So you're going to want it to cure for a little while, like after you redo the headliner. So you want the glue to dry for a little while. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put like the lights back in, just so I have interior lights, because it'd be a little weird without interior lights. And if I ever need to see in here, you know, because it's probably going to be like this for, I don't know, maybe a couple days. I got to see when my friend can get here to help me with the headliner itself. So I'm going to put the center console back, like the console up top on the roof, the one that says your MPG and your service reminder and all that. I'm putting that back because I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that the Jeep uses that. So I think it's going to like bug out a little bit with it unplugged. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm just going to put it back. It's literally 1 screw and 2 clips. Easy to put back, and it will go back with no headliner in. So I am going to put that back in. That's going to get painted, probably like hydro dipped. I still got to get the kit for that stuff. I want to get the actual headliner done so it can dry and everything. I'm also probably going to dynamat the top, like the metal above the headliner, your roof. Probably going to dynamat that just to keep some noise out, keep some heat out. I feel like if I'm taking all this apart, why not do it once? You know what I mean? Doesn't make sense to do it twice. So probably going to dynamat it, redo the headliner, hydro dip all the nasty tan parts that Jeep thought was a good idea. This Jeep came with gray interior from the factory. It was cloth. So I don't know why they made the roof tan. Everything else is gray or black. I don't know what they were thinking, but they were like, yeah, let's put a tan headliner in. So they're idiots. But anyways, let me get the rest of this out, and I'm going to get the headliner out the back, and then I'm probably going to bring it in my house just so it doesn't get damaged or anything. Another thing that I found too, let me switch to the front camera really quick. Another thing that I found too is these front, I think these are called B pillars. Correct me if I'm wrong, they might be C pillars. I'm not 100% sure. But I found out that the clips down here, I don't know if they were already broken from somebody else removing this. I am like the 4th owner of this Jeep, so I don't know if they were already broken or not, but this clip broke off on both sides, only the fronts. I don't think it's going to be a big deal because that one slides behind this other piece. So I don't really think it's going to make a difference because there's a screw that goes into this piece underneath that cover right there. So I don't think that's really going to matter. It should be perfectly fine, perfectly sturdy without that clip. The back ones came off fine. The clips did not break. For some reason, I feel like those were probably already broken because I didn't really, I didn't like, you know, like Hulk it out of there. Like I was careful with it and everything. You know, I've removed interior pieces many times and I know they break very easy. So I think those were already broken. It's probably, I'm probably right because this is the front. So if anyone ever ran like a wire over here or anything, chances are they removed all these pieces. So that's why it's probably broken, as opposed to somebody in the back. You don't really remove those. You just, I mean, you'd have to be doing something weird to remove those. So I think those were already broken. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it at all. And I'm gonna just get the rest of this stuff off of here, the handle and the light back there, a couple plastic pieces, and then the only thing going to be holding it up is going to be these weather stripping, which it's a little cold out, so I have the doors closed right now. So this is going to be the last step that I do. I'm just going to pull it down a little bit so the headliner drops down, and then I'm going to bring it out the back, right back there. So let me get all that done and I'll show you guys what the headliner looks out of the Jeep. All right guys, so as you can see, here's the headliner. So I was wrong about that overhead console. The harness is part of the headliner, so you can't leave it plugged in, but I don't think it'll be an issue. And I'll show you guys what the Jeep looks like with no headliner, and we'll get this thing done. All right guys, so it's gonna be a little hard to see me personally, but everything's out and all the interior pieces I have in the back. I'm gonna switch this to the front camera with the flash on just so you can see what's going on. I have no interior lights, so I don't have any light obviously, but let me switch to the front camera. I'll show you what I did, and I'll show you how I have everything for now until I get the headliner done, and just so I can drive it because it's my only car right now and I need the thing, so I'm just gonna drive it how it is. But let me switch to the front camera and I'll show you guys everything that I have jumble fucked over here. All right guys, so as you can see, there is no headliner. There's also like no interior panels either, at least up top. So when you take it out, the harness for the whole entire headliner, was a little weird to me considering these are all my wires. You know, this is for my light bar. I have my remote start, my microphone for my head unit, my Wi-Fi antenna, and my GPS antenna, and then I have my radar detector wire. I literally will not drive without this radar, so it's very important that that stays plugged in. I haven't gotten a speeding ticket since I bought it, so we always have that. Any car we're in, that radar is with us. Just want to make that clear. So what I did temporarily, I just, you know, zip tied all the wires together. This way they're not hanging in my face, because they were held up by the headliner. I mean, like I had zip ties here, but they were tucked up on the headliner. So that's that. Also, your rear washer sprayer, it has a straight fitting here that it slides onto. I'm actually going to grab another one of these fittings because in the back there, that hose hanging down, there's no disconnect back there. So the only way that you would be able to get that out is if you take apart your hatch, which I don't feel like taking apart my hatch, so I just cut the line. If the fitting works here with no issue, the fitting's gonna work back there with no issue. And you can get those fittings at, you know, any auto parts store. They're a dime a dozen. And yeah, so we have nothing on the headliner, so just leave everything out for now and, you know, do your headliner or whatever you got to do, and it can go back in later. And then when I said dyno mat, I meant all of this part. You know, I'm not gonna do like this because this is like, it's double metal, so I'm just gonna do like the flat spots, like here, you know, here in between the cross beams over there. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Wow, I just noticed that cross beam's actually bent, so that's probably not good. I guess we'll try to bend that back the best we can. But yeah, so those cross beams I'm gonna do in between them, and that's probably all I'm gonna do with Dynamat. All this stuff in the back, it was just bezels. Like, there was no screws. You just pop them down for the light and the car seat little bezels, I guess you could call them. They just pop out, no big deal. But the hardest part, I think, of honestly the whole job of actually removing the headliner, I want to say, was these things stay here. They don't come off with the B pillar or C pillar, whatever you call this thing that goes here. These clip in. They're kind of a pain in the ass to unclip, but they do unclip, so you just gotta push on them a little bit. I started with like a corner, pushed it, clipped out, then I went to the next corner, pushed it, clipped out, you know, and worked my way around so it was out. You have 4 of these. You have 2 for the back, 2 for the front, and other than that, I mean, everything is pretty much self-explanatory. It's just all screws and clips and stuff. And if you guys are ever wanting to run a light bar on one of these, you know, on your roof, this is a good spot to go through for it. It used to have a bolt, like that side over there has 2. Well, it used to have a bolt here, and I took the bolt out, I took this out, and I ran the wire through, and I just siliconed around it. It doesn't leak inside, so it definitely works. If you guys are trying to wire up a light bar on your roof, it's definitely a good idea to go through there. So there's plenty of bolts to hold your roof rack on all the way down, so that one bolt's not really gonna matter. But yeah, so the next time that I see you guys, I will be stripping the headliner of all the fabric, and we will more than likely be with my friend, and we will be installing the new material, and then we're gonna let it dry, put it back up. It's gonna be a couple day process, so it's gonna be a couple day video, but it should look really awesome when it's done. And hopefully nobody else has, you know, the same design that I'm doing, because I like to be different. So yeah, but I'll see you guys when I start stripping the headliner. Like this. Kool-Aid dispenser. Ready? Oh yeah, check that out. Kool-Aid fucking dispenser, bro. It's a new option Jeep added. You don't know nothing about that. All right, guys, so this is the back of your headliner right here. I'm just gonna prep it pretty much. I'm gonna disconnect all this stuff and remove it because we're not gonna need it. And I believe it was this, but I had like a noise in my headliner. I think it was this, going like that, like flexing or something. I don't know, I think it was this, because I don't really see anything else wrong here. So probably take that off. But as you can see, the harness is actually glued here, so you can't really remove it, or I wouldn't suggest removing it because it's just not going to go back right. And then here's your washer fluid line, and this is your main plug to the car for everything in your roof. So this one plug controls literally everything. So that's pretty much all you have to unplug, besides, like, you know, all the lights and everything. This one goes over there. But I'm gonna disconnect the rest of this stuff, get it out of my way, and then I'm gonna start peeling the headliner up. And I'll probably use a plastic razor blade to scrape the material off. It's gonna take a while, just be patient. It needs to be clean. So I think you can use also like a whiz wheel with like a fine Scotch-Brite pad on it, but I'm gonna do it by hand just so I don't screw it up. And yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like after it's all stripped. All right, guys, so the first step's complete. That's the part that you see when you're inside the Jeep. This is like that tan color. Now the next step is to get all of this foam off, like that. So I'm gonna take a plastic razor blade and scrape away until the whole thing's down to the fiberglass. And then we'll be ready to install our new headliner, which is over there. So this is gonna take a while, but it needs to be clean, otherwise it's not gonna stick right. So the better the prep, the better the the turnout's going to be. So just remember that. It's pretty much like that when you do anything. So, but I'm going to go to town on this, and I don't know if I'm going to finish it tonight, but I'm going to start it and see what happens. The other thing too is you are working with fiberglass here, so if you don't want it like irritating your skin, wear a pair of gloves, wear long sleeves. It will like make you itchy or like burn kind of, so the fiberglass gets stuck in your skin. That's just what happens. But yeah, just take the proper safety precautions and you should be good, guys. So it's another day, another fabulous day. This is a lot of work. If you guys are going to be doing this, definitely be committed, because there's a lot of scraping to do here. I'll show you guys how far I am right now and what I'm using, and what else you could use if you're feeling up to it. But let me show you guys what's going on. This is what you're after, something like this, with it all stripped off. I'm just using this wire brush and I'm just scraping it. The reason why I'm using a brush and not like a drill is because I want to be really careful around openings like this, because you don't want to mar up the fiberglass. You can use a drill with those. I'm not using it though. It comes off pretty easy. It's really not that bad. Just time consuming, but if you stay committed, you'll be able to get it done. And the next video or picture that you see, this will be completely stripped. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so I'm spraying the adhesive down right now. So I'll show you guys, how much to apply, I guess. And yeah, this is new to me. So I have somebody here that knows what they're doing. So he'll let me know when to stop spraying. So yeah. All right, guys, so everything's glued down. We're about to make our cuts for all the holes in the headliner. And then we're gonna glue the back side, where we're gonna fold it over, and then we're gonna glue it down. So I'll show you guys what it looks like right now, and then I'll show you guys after we cut it, and then I'll show you guys again after it's completely done. So this is what we got right now. This is all set and glued down. There's a hole there, holes throughout the whole thing. But this is what we're at. And yeah, we're about to make our cuts, and then gonna fold this over like this and glue the back side down. All right, guys, so it's all done and it looks absolutely awesome. Let me show you guys. Check this out. Boom. It looks absolutely sick. I can't wait to get it in there. It's gonna look awesome. And like your holes, you just make slits in it and it folds in when you put your stuff in. But it looks really, really nice. Feels really good. All this is nice and grooved. So this is your finished product. Just make sure you lay a lot of glue down. You want to stick right, so just lay a lot of glue, and then you're gonna fold your back tabs over and glue those too. But yeah, so the next video you guys see will probably be me doing the visors, and then after that we'll be putting everything back in. So yeah. What's going on, guys? It's yet again another day. As you can see, I'm still gutted up here, but the headliner's fully done. I think this video is getting pretty long. I started editing it yesterday, and it's about 27 minutes, so I kind of want to close it up. I'm not going to show you guys really how to put the headliner back in, because same process as when you take it out. But I will show you the dynamat, which I'm going to be doing in just a little bit. I wanted to eat something. I got some McDonald's and stuff, so Gonna eat really quick. I'm gonna put the Dynamat up there. I'm probably gonna put the headliner back in. I have a slight leak back there, so I'm gonna have to fix that before I put the headliner back in, because I don't want to destroy my brand new fabric and everything. So I'm gonna fix that leak. It's coming from the grommets. I know where it's coming from. I just got to figure out a way to seal it up. Maybe some epoxy or something. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna take a run to the parts store after I eat, see what they got as far as like silicone, epoxy, maybe JB Weld. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta do something though, so that needs to get sealed up. But it's a perfect day for it because it's raining, and I have water coming down, so I can find the leak and everything. So yeah, but yeah, so we're gonna do the Dynamat, and then we're gonna put the headliner back in. I'll show you guys what it looks like all back in, and then I'm gonna do a separate video of the plastic pieces, like the console, the handles, and everything. I'm going to hydro dip those more than likely. Probably the smaller parts I might paint black. I'm just really not a fan of tan at all, and all that stuff is tan. It looks absolutely terrible. But I wasn't able to wrap my visors. If you guys have a WJ, it's not the same as an XJ. Save your time. The visors don't come apart like the XJs do. I actually watched Bleep and Jeep's video on the XJ visors, and they just separated, folded flat. He was able to put the fabric on and everything, and you can't do that with the WJ, unfortunately. So I destroyed my passenger visor. So I found a guy selling them on Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna pick both up, but I'm gonna get the dark gray ones, or they're like dark gray black. I think the proper term for it is dark slate gray, or yeah, I think it's dark slate gray, because I think a Gante or Ganti or whatever the other one is, that's the one that I had, which is the like tan. I don't know why they can't just use normal freaking colors, man. Tan, black, gray. What's wrong with normal colors? Be all confusing, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna eat, run to the parts store, and then I'll see you guys back when I'm putting the Dynamat up there. All right, guys. So I'm about to start laying the Dynamat. This is what it looks like. This is 50 mil thick. You don't want to go too crazy because it's not that thick. You don't want to go too crazy because your headliner is not going to fit back. Before you lay this stuff down, you're going to need a roller of some kind. You need something like this to roll it onto the surface you're putting it. And then you want to clean the surface with just, alcohol. You can find this probably around your household. Use to clean cuts. So wipe the surface down before you stick it. I just got the Blue Shop towels from like AutoZone. Just gonna put it on there, wipe it down, and we're gonna stick it all through here. So I'll show you guys after I finish the whole entire roof, and then we're going to probably put the headliner back in. I silicone back here, that white silicone coming through. I had a leak on both those grommets. At one point somebody put wires through there. I don't know if it was, I don't know who it was, but somebody put wires through there, and I had a leak at one point. So I silicone those. Gotta wait 30 minutes for that to dry. Then I'm gonna grab the hose, because it's not really raining that hard anymore, and make sure they don't leak. And if we're good to go, the headliner's gonna go back in. I'm gonna put everything back together, and then we're going to hydro dip those pieces, like I said in another video, but that won't be today. I want the Jeep back together. I'm tired of driving around like this. So let me get all this done, and I'll show you guys what the finished product looks like right before I put the headliner back in. All right, guys. All the sound deadening is done. Cut nice holes out around the mounts there and my light bar wire and everything. It's done all the way back. It made a pretty big difference, I'm not gonna lie. I have a full stereo in here. I have two Alpine Type R 10-inch subs with a, I think, 1500 watt amp. All the interior speakers are done. They're Alpine or Kicker. Those are also amped. And then obviously I have my radio. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Pretty cool that the radio fits in here. It fits actually really nice. It looks nice. But it definitely makes a big difference. I'm kind of curious to see how much of a difference it's going to make with like heat, because it's supposed to do a little bit for like insulation, I guess. But yeah, So this stuff is called Kill Mat. It's from Amazon, and it was, I think, $50 for 50 square feet. I have about half the box left after doing my whole entire roof. I would highly suggest it. This is 50 mil thick. It's not too thick because the headliner probably won't fit back if it's too thick, but there is some areas where I doubled it up just because of how it was. I didn't want to have to cut like perfectly to fit pieces in, so I just doubled it up in a couple areas. But even knocking on it like this, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it's not like a hollow sound. It's more of like a thud. That's what it's designed to do. So if you guys are taking your interior apart or whatever, it's definitely a good idea to do that. I know a lot of people. I have a buddy right now that's doing his whole entire floor with it. It gets a lot of the road noise out of the car and everything, so it's definitely a good idea if you have it apart to do it. If I ever take my door panels off for whatever reason, I'm probably going to do inside there too, since I have all the extra. But I'm going to try to get this headliner in tonight. And I'm just going to skip forward in the video to when the headliner's in. Like I said, you guys don't really need to see me put everything back. I don't want to make this video much longer. It's a pretty long video. It's probably going to take me a little while to upload it. So I'll skip forward to when the headliner's done, and then we'll be doing another video for the plastics. So let me get this done, and I'll show you guys what the finished product's going to look like.
Check this out, man. It looks absolutely amazing.
Guys, well, there you have it. That's going to conclude this video. I know it's a long one, I know. Please watch till the end. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I love your feedback. I've been getting a lot of comments on the videos and everything. Really appreciate it. And please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Truth or dare?